Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy. We're back with IFK Goteborg Season 2 on FM23. Värnamo are the opponents today, or Värnamo. I'm still not sure about some of the pronunciation here in Sweden. But last time we lost our first game of the season 1-0 against Malmo. Since then we have gone on to do really well and hopefully we can get the result that we need away from home today. But Värnamo have started well, so it might be a bit of a tough game. As always, drop a like on the video, leave comments, subscribe if you haven't or if you're new. They all really help the channel. Go check out the second channel down below. We're currently playing Dead Space over there. I'm not sure what's going to be happening after that, but I'm sure by the time I finish that I'll know what I'm playing next. But if you do want more sort of variety video game content, go and check out the second channel down below. So we kicked off season 2 last episode. We lost 1-0 against Malmo. We didn't play especially well, conceded late on. Malmo did probably deserve the 3 points compared to how we did. Not great, but we did manage to get maximum points from our next 6 games. We took on Helsingborg's newly promoted first of all, Hagen with a p-roller of a goal past the goalkeeper. It was 1-0 after 54 minutes. And then in injury time, we doubled the lead. The Ukrainian Andrei Kulikov got this goal. Karlen with the ball over the top finds Kulikov and he fires past the goalkeeper to make it a 2-0 win, our first 3 points of the season. Our next game, we were away from home against Halmstad and we took a 1-0 lead after 53 minutes. Olivieri heading past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. We got 2 goals in about the space of 3 or 4 minutes here. And it was Elias Hagen scoring once again. He scores in back-to-back games. Marcus Berg's shot was well blocked by the defender, but Hagen had an open goal to shoot for and he doubled the lead with 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. Another 2-0 win. After that, we hosted the other promotees, Östers, not Östersunds, that's a different side entirely. But this one was another win on the cards, and we were 1-0 up after less than 3 minutes. Marcus Berg with his first league goal of the season. After 76 minutes, Hussein Karne scored his first goal of the season to double our lead, make it 2-0 and get another win and another clean sheet. After a trio of pretty easy games, we did then take on former champions Haken and took the lead after 70 seconds. Markovic setting up Olivieri for a very quick first goal. The visitors did equalise on the half-hour mark. Gustafsson sending a ball through to Herrera. Hausner couldn't stop him and Herrera putting the ball over Pontus Dahlberg. It was 1-1. But we showed good character to get the 3 points in the last 10 minutes. Olivieri setting up at Eman Markovic with an open goal on 82.5 minutes. And then he unselfishly set up Markovic for another goal in the 91st minute as we won 3-1 and got our 4th straight victory. Then we took on Djurgårdens, the current champions, and went 1-0 down after 63 minutes. Danielsson with the set-piece goal. And this was a side that has given us a lot of trouble, especially in our first season. Of course, they did beat us to the league title, but we equalised after 72 minutes as Karne managed to get onto the end of a loose ball and put the ball in to equalise. It was 1-1. And then we managed to secure 3 points in the 77th minute. Karne with the ball to Elias Hagen, scoring his 3rd league goal in 5 games. And we won 2-1 away against champions Djurgårdens, who have not started the new season well. Our final game off camera was an away game against Mjällby, who we drew blank against in the penultimate match of last season. And they scored after less than 70 seconds. Moro with a range goal, Lobin Dahlgren. It was 1-0. We finally showed some signs of getting into the game in the second half. 56 minutes into the game, Elias Hagen getting on the end of a mistake by Gustafsson and gets his 4th goal in 6 league games, and it was 1-1. But with 20 minutes to go, Mjällby scored again. Travali beating the keeper, getting the wrong side of him, and we were behind once again, 2-1. But we did not give up. Simon Tern setting up Marcus Berg, and Berg's shot was blocked by the defender. It fell to Kulikov, and Kulikov equalises in the 88th minute. 2 minutes to go, it's 2-2. But 1 point was not enough as Elias Hagen setting up Kulikov once again, and in 91 minutes played, we win 3-2. Kulikov with the brace late in the game to wrap up all 3 points. Great comeback, coming from behind twice. So after a disappointing defeat in our opening game against Malmo, we went on to win the next 6 games and only conceded 4 goals. We did go 3 with clean sheets, but then conceded 1 against Haken, 1 against Djurgårdens and 2 against Mjällby. 3 easy games there, followed by 3 pretty tough games, but getting a win against Djurgårdens is massive because we couldn't beat them last season and they beat us to the title, and they're beating Haken as well. That's a good performance there as well against the top side. Värnamo are in 5th place currently. They've started the season well, 5 wins out of 7. They've beaten Djurgårdens, they've beaten Mjällby, they've been doing quite well, only lost a couple of games. But as you can see, Djurgårdens down in 10th place, only 2 wins in their first 7 games. not doing particularly well and not scoring a great deal of goals either. Only 8 goals scored. We're on top. We're doing well. 14 goals scored, 5 conceded. That 1 defeat. It's been a good start by us. Malmo have started even better though. They've got maximum points from their first 7 games. Nothing transfer-wise to show you. Like I said, we've got a few players that are going to be joining us in July. So once they join, I'll show them to you. We have added 1 more to those ranks. So there's 3 players that are going to join us in July. But with that all said and done, let's jump into the game against Värnamo away from home. Not really changing too much system-wise. We have got a few suspensions and injuries though, so we'll try and see what sort of side we can put out. Nissen is suspended. He's already picked up too many yellow cards, so I'm going to bring on Wilfried Cannon for him. And Carlen's also suspended. We're going to bring on Metu for him. He's 1 yellow away from a ban as well. But the loanee from Bayern has done well in the games he's played. He's played 4 games and got an average rating of 7. So he's doing pretty good. Good passer, winning tackles as well. Metu's doing well, the Austrian. Hagen has been doing very, very well. He's got 4 goals in the league so far. He might be our top scorer, but he needs a bit of a rest. And with Varberg's coming up on the Sunday, I think we'll rest him for this game. So we're going to go with Simon Tern. I'm going to leave Hagen out of the side completely. And I'm going to put David Seger on the bench. Tronsen has been outperforming Kanate at left back, so he keeps his place. Peñalosa hasn't been doing too well, but then again, neither has Ondrejka. The loanee from Inter hasn't really done anything in these first few games. He's been pretty disappointing. Norlin's back from injury. We had him absent for a while. I think this is probably the side we're going to play. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this starting 11. And in terms of style of play, we're starting on positive. I put passing the space back on. We're going to see how we do with that. Turn back on, work the ball into the box is on as well. And then very, very basic in terms of transitioning out of possession. I'm just going to pop that defensive line up a little bit, and we're just pressing a little bit more often. But transition wise, we're just trying to get the ball out to the flanks. We're not going as long. Previously Dobb has been going very long kicks and his distribution isn't that good, so I'm not going to go shorter, but I'm just going to give him a little bit of a freedom of choice in terms of how he's going to distribute the ball, because his what's his distribution? Well, his kicking's 12, his throwing's also 12, so you know, he's neither here or there. His passing's 8 as well, so maybe it's better for him to go long, but I'm not going to force him to go long, if that makes sense. So that's the team we've gone for the game. Värnamo started well. It's going to be a difficult game, this one, but let's see if we can get our 7th win in a row. Värnamo, the side that, the first side to beat us last season, actually, after our really strong start. And they had a really poor start last season. They were winless. This season, though, they're doing well. They're in 5th place and they've got a few wins under their belt. We're half an hour into this game. Yet to see a highlight, which is not what you want to see from this. Hopefully we'll see something before half-time, but it's not looking that way. This happened in the Malmo game. We had 1 highlight, but there is one late on here with a minute to go. It's a goal kick for Värnamo. Metu wins the ball in the air. Peñalosa heads it down for Simon Tern. Olivieri is not going to get to that. Bustos now for Värnamo. Looking for Wenderson, but Kalle Johansson wins the ball in the air there. Tern's got the ball back and gives it straight to them. What are you doing, Simon? We've taken out one of our top players in Elias Hagen in terms of form. We brought in Simon Tern and he's gifted the home side a goal. Look at this. Kalle Johansson heads the ball up. Bustos gives it back to them. Simon Tern, like, what's that? What are you doing? Zajkovic with an easy way through and conceding right before half time as well. Not a good first half. Going to go for the thrash of the arms. Not been good in the slightest. Tern, disappointing mistake. I'm not going to make any subs, but they need to buck up their ideas. I'm going to go attacking as we start the second half. We haven't had a shot on target yet, but they've got a corner as well, Johansson. Cannon wins the ball in the air. It's going to come back to Johansson. Villar to Eriksson. This is not going well. Bustos is through here. It's 2-0. Why is this happening? We turn the camera on. The curse is back. We've been 6 games in a row off camera. And then suddenly you're in front of the screen and we're 2-0 down to Värnamo. They're becoming a bogey team for us, seemingly. Bustos, so much space. I'm going to go for a berate for that because this is not going well in the slightest. I'm going to make subs, 57 minutes. Turn's not done well. Sega's going to come on. Peñalosa has been poor. I'm going to bring on Norlin. He hasn't played yet this season, and now he's back to full fitness. He's going to play wing attack. Kyle's been playing false 9, as you can see as well. We've kind of gone that route. I'm going to stick with it, but it hasn't really done anything for me so far. I'm going to drop him actually into that number 10 spot and go advanced playmaker and see if that does anything for us. But we've had a shot on target, but otherwise we just have not managed to find the goal, and we've had very little like action that we've seen. Sega's on the ball. He's on from the bench after Simon Term was very, very poor. He's got the ball back here, looking for Olivieri, but good defending. Sega, Markovic. Got some options out wide if we can find them. Olsen's having to cut inside and get that. Olivieri looking for Norlin. Norlin on his first appearance of the season gets us back into the game. That's what we want to see. Is it going to count? No, it's not. Great. Yeah. Oh, he was well offside. Tron's on free kick. I've just done a berate, so this might end up... Well, okay, Cannon's missed anyway. Very attacking. This has been a dreadful performance by us. Very, very poor. I'm going to take off Carnell. I'm going to bring on Marcus Berg. I'm going to bring Metu up alongside Sega. But this hasn't been good in the slightest. I've got 2 more changes I can make. I'll save them for a bit later. But this has been an awful performance. Awful. We just haven't found the goal. And that's one of the worst throw-ins I've ever seen. Like, what are you even doing? We've got the ball back here with Sega. Cannon goes long. No one's getting on the end of that. This is just not going well at all. Like, very attacking. Obviously, they're going to go direct, but it just isn't working. Callie Hansen does well there. Is Olivieri onside? I think he was onside. He's put the ball in the net. We're back in it. It's 2-1. We caught out their defence there. Look at this. We'll see the replay here. Callie Hansen, great long ball. Olivieri makes the run. The keeper doesn't know where he is. And it's a simple finish for Olivieri. Now, can we get back into this game and equalise? We've had 12 shots in this game, only 2 on target. Hasn't been going very well. I'm going to make subs, and I'm going to put 3 strikers on, I think. Really go for this. Markovic going to go false 9. Norlin is going to stay out wide. Do we dare go for like a 5 up front sort of thing? I don't think that's going to work. Norlin shadow striker, 3 centre forwards. Markovic hasn't really done very well, so Kulikov's going to come on as well. And he scored goals. We've got double advance forward and Marcus Berg in behind. It's a bit cluttered up there, but we need attacking players on there. Tronza's going to push up as well. Olsen's going to push up. So we're going to go wing backs as well and really go for this. We've got 6 minutes of injury time. They're just going to run out, aren't they? Why did you give me hope like that game? What are you doing? It's a 2-1 defeat. The curse of the life comes back again, it seems. We just took too long to get into that game. It was just really, really disappointing. Peñaloz has been very, very poor. Simon Turn, big mistake. Yeah, not good. We made changes because, of course, you know, the fixtures are coming thick and fast at the moment. But they should have done a lot better than that. And that puts Varnum level on points with us. Like, they're having a really good start to the season. 18 points from 8 games. They've started really well, so fair play to them. We're away from home as well, so that was a tough game, but we should have done a lot better than we did. Malmo continue their perfect start, a 2-1 win away against BK Harkin, who are in 6th. But yeah, we should have done a lot better there. A lot better. Hopefully that's just a minor blip, and we can, you know, get some better results in our next few games. What have we got coming up? Varberg's 13th at home, and then Kalmar at home. So 2 home games there. We should be getting 6 points there. Sirius away from home could be tough. Hammarby have started well. That's going to be a difficult game. AIK are always quite a tough side. And Elfsborg, who are in 5th. I think we'll probably do Elfsborg next time. And we'll more or less be at the halfway point then as well. After Norrköping, you just go round again and face everyone again. So it's just like a round robin almost. So we'll be almost halfway through the season. We'll kind of see sort of what we're up against. I mean, it's been a good start. 18 points from 8 games is certainly good. 6 wins from 8. It's good. Not as good as Malmo, but yeah, it's been a good start. Just a couple of silly defeats. We didn't play well against Malmo. We didn't play well there against Varnamo. Silly mistake as well. Yeah, not great. So a couple of home games coming up and games that hopefully we can get maximum points in, but some tough ones in there as well. We'll see how we do in those next few games. But for now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Check out the second channel down below. 8 games in. It's been a solid start for us. We're not immediately top of the table like we were last season, where we were top for 24 weeks in a row and then bottled it. We're actually having to do a bit of scratching and clawing this time, so yeah, it's a bit different, but hopefully we can stay near the top of the table and not drop too many more points. We've had some silly losses so far. Hopefully we can avoid those and get some more wins. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.